Hey everybody, it's me. Oh, I'm not in space. I'm getting ready to pack books. I went and got some tape this morning at the dollar store. So I probably paid way too much for it. I made a list of books, the stuff I wanted to pack up today. Stuff, keeping it simple and just doing people who got small orders first, like just, if they ordered one book, or I got a couple where they ordered a book, like a book and an extra book. If you ordered a CD, it'll be coming in later because I'm still waiting on those. But I mean, it's all right. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Let's see. See what I got here. Got to pack up some more Iron Maidens today. I'm going to put some of these away. Let's see. Deluxe book. I got 3 for Kickstarter. So we'll pack them up real quick. Maybe some more people will come in here into the chat. We've got some viewers, but nobody's got into the chat yet. Let's see. It's been a while since I folded one of these. It's the only thing, it takes a little while to do one book. There's one. Come on, tape. I just put you on there, you piece of junk. I like money for tape and don't even want stinking work. That's what I get for buying tape at the dollar store, huh? Why is this thing all boogered up? This thing seriously does not want to fold straight. Well, there's your problem. We got Eric Ken in here. Oh, and you got your notification this morning. Well, it must have felt like I was important this morning. This tape ain't sticking. It's about to make me say bad things like fart face and hoo hockey and dookie butt. I ain't taping these up as much as I used to. I used to tape the top shut and all this stuff. If you gets left out in the rain, let me know and I'll send you another one. There's one. I'm gonna mark these up here. D for deluxe. Maybe I ought to use this red one. I can see it a little bit better, I think, than the gold. It actually looks pink. I need more room, guys. This table's full of crap. I've got a dining room table right here, and it's full of Lone Wolf books and all kind of other crap. Other campaigns. I got all kind of leftover stuff. It's ridiculous because I give away tons of it, and there's still tons of it here. I got posters and all kind of crap. Guess I'll set these in this chair. Well, there's one. See, to me, you're not really indie if you're paying somebody else to do all this stuff. That's why I'm not indie comics, I guess. Because I'm not paying. These are all kind of off. That's what one problem is. I don't understand how you can claim to be independent if you make enough money in your campaigns to have a whole warehouse full of dudes doing stuff. I mean, that's a business like any other. Independent doesn't really apply there. It's like a band being on a record label. Once you're on a record label and somebody else does all the work, you're not really an indie band anymore. I don't care if it's an indie label. It's still, I mean, that just doesn't even apply. Still a label run by somebody and you're not doing most of the work, so it's not the same thing to me. Indie comics is dude making comics. Well, like I said, I'm not indie comics. I left indie comics. I left it. Blah blah blah. Bunch of hoo-hockey. Always had a very strong do-it-yourself kind of work ethic. Come from playing music, us making our own CDs and recording our own stuff. And, man, I'm not a big fan of these. These are cut crooked or something. I don't know if I'll buy any more of these from the place I bought these from. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm all crooked. I don't know. Like I said, strong work ethic of doing it ourselves, recording our own stuff, setting up our own shows, booking our own little tours, which, you know, we didn't tour no big fancy. We just take a week and do a small little tour, mostly within driving places of each other. Stay at somebody's house. It was fun. But still, you know, it's always been my thing is to do it myself. When somebody else is doing it, it's not the same. And also, it's nice to make a bunch of money. And I would love for PsychoTron to make, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars. But I'm not going to make something I don't like to cash in on what's popular. Like, I'm not going to make a magical girl comic like so many others have done. And I'm not going to pander and make have a bunch of nudity and that garbage on my book just so some weirdo will back it. I just don't really care if I make anybody mad. I mean, if you've been here and been into the stuff I'm doing so far, you kind of know how I roll anyway. I'm not letting out any big secrets. It's just how I roll. And this is my least favorite part of the whole everything. This tape thing is making me mad. And this one didn't even do right. A piece of garbage. You guys are going to see me get mad here. I just don't have the space to do it right now. Man, I used to have this place all cleared out. Now it's full of a bunch of Lone Wolf junk. I do Lone Wolf 2, need to get rid of a bunch of this crap. Oh, we got Sam in here. What's up, Sam? Sam. We got Nathan in here. He says, I usually put on some music and just zone out while packing up books. But I agree, having your comic packed up by the creator of the book is part of the appeal of buying indie books. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's my whole thing with buying the indie stuff is I want to support the guy doing it. And I feel like you can brag, oh, we sold 10 million books and we've got all this. It's not an indie book anymore. If it's your label and your label's blown up and it's huge, you're not indie anymore. You're not running out of your house. You're not indie anymore. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is with everything. I usually stream and have people jump on with me, but I guess it's too early in the day for that. It is good to see Sam here. Let's see. Got the 3 deluxes packed up for the Kickstarter. So let's see. On the Kickstarter did so much better than the Indiegogo. I've got 2 deluxes. This one came open, dadgummit. I'm going to put some tape on these, I guess. Got Eric Hawkins in here. What's up, Eric Hawkins? So we got Eric Kent, Sam, Nathan, and Eric Hawkins in here. Eric Hawkins is one of my favorite peoples. He's a cool dude, if you guys didn't know. That's 2 really cool Erics that I know. Eric Hawkins and Eric Kent. Let's see. I feel like... Where did I put them other... Like I said, man, I just don't have the space, and this is making me mad. Nothing's where I want it to be. It makes me mad. I actually cleaned my house a little bit yesterday. Picked up a bunch of crap. You know, like if you got a bonus book, like these books right here are so stinking thick. I'm not going to put another backing board in there. I mean, they're ridiculous. And they're rigid. This is actually straighter than the one with the backing board in it. But, yeah, if you got an extra one, I'll probably just put it in a bag and send it on its way. Hopefully it won't hurt nobody's feelings. We got Hiroshi Paradox in here. What's up, Hiroshi Paradox? I hope you're doing good today. Had to go to the dollar store real early. And I've got like these clothes on I wear around the house on my Before the Crow shirt, and it's got holes all in it. And I put these shorts on and I went to the dollar store, and like the whole side's ripped out, and I didn't realize it until I got to the dollar store. But luckily, you know, it's the middle of the day, so there wasn't nobody around, which I was glad about that. I look like a hobo. I look like trailer trash, which I guess is all right, considering I live in a trailer. You reckon? You reckon? And these things are going to have us at WrestleMania here in a minute. Tried taking a nap, not sleeping. Dude, I did not sleep good either. I don't know what happened. It was like I woke up a million times. Finally, I was like, I'm just going to stay up and watch YouTube. So I ended up watching these videos about all these stupid TV pilots that Gene Roddenberry made. They were all essentially the same TV show over and over. I watched that, and then by the time that went off, I was ready to go lay down. I went and lay down and finally fell asleep. I slept for a few hours. This tape is stuck to my hand. It's driving me crazy. Until Axel came in there and woke me up at 6:30, barking at me because he wanted to go outside. He's like, hey, Doug, it's 6:30. Let's go outside. I'm like, hey, let's not. And say we did. And he's like, boo, 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 boo. I'm Ax. Well, I do what I want. Which is pretty true. Because he usually do what he want. Because he's a turd. Yeah, these just, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I've got some off-brand or what, but these just don't fold like the last bunch I had. And hopefully I didn't tear, no, it's just that plastic crinkling. Try not to tear these books up. these are made different than the ones I usually use, because because I got them somewhere else. Got them from the place that printed my books. And I don't like these as much as my regular ones. The perforated spots don't bend the same. And so it makes it all stupid. We got Lorenzo in here. What's up, Lorenzo? It's been a day or three, my friend. I hope you're doing okay. Ha ha! Now this one is 2D Lux. I'll make sure it stays packed. Is anybody here for my clickbaity title today? Where I said I was going to spill the beans on the secrets of all the indie creators that they're not telling you. Let's see. So I got this one. I've got two more deluxes I need to package up. But they get extras because they were day one secret code orders. So let's just worry about some of these first before I pack up any more. There's a deluxe. Let's see, you got one standard. Beans, but yeah, I said I'm going to spill the beans on all this indie comic stuff, behind the scenes garbage and everything. It's mostly just a clickbaity title, but my secret is, like, there's a few YouTubers who their whole existence on YouTube is to tell you how to make comics when they're just, like, I don't know, not telling you any real secrets. They're just telling you what they do. Here's my secrets to do anything. Just do it. If you don't know how, just figure it out. Like, the way I learned to do most of this, the first Lone Wolf book, let me take it right quick. The first Lone Wolf book, the artist had never done a real book, so he was just drawing on these pages. When he sent them to me, I had to format the pages to fit, and so I had to learn how to do that. All I did was I went to a printer, got their templates, learned how to format it. The guy who had lettered like maybe one or two books before. You know, I sent him the formatted pages. He lettered it. There we go. And honestly, I could have lettered it myself. I just don't like lettering. And I've been lucky enough to have a couple of people who just really like to do comics and like to do stuff like that. It's helped me out. Like David helped me out on the first Lone Wolf. He lettered it. And then Skinny helped me letter some stuff for Legends of Lone Wolf. And then Fox Pro has lettered PsychoTron. So it's all, it's all good. You got people out there that's willing to do stuff, and they're not in it for immediate monetary gain. I see all kind of people getting on there and telling artists, "Oh, don't work for free. Don't work for free. You're worth so much money," and all that stuff. If nobody has ever seen your artwork, or if you're an unknown and you're not reliable at all, don't expect somebody to pay you a big bunch of money. I've had a few artists who were just starting out and could not meet a deadline at all. Couldn't finish any kind of pages or anything, and then expected me to pay them like this ridiculous amount of money. I was like, I'm not using any of your stuff because you can't. They only had like 5 pages done in a year. You're not going to make money if you do. If nobody's ever heard of you, and you have no work ethic. You want to prove yourself? Get out there and prove yourself. Nathan said, I just got the notification and clicked on it without reading the title. Nah, it's not nothing. This title, I think, is different than what I put on Twitter. I can't remember what I put on Twitter. Probably something stupid. But like, if you really want to do comics and you want to make a name for yourself, do your own comic. And if you don't have a story and you can't do that stuff, then team up with somebody. Standard. Yeah, Eric right there says a lot of artists are great cover or pin-up artists, but the sequential parts they can't handle. There's a book right now that people are still waiting on. Let's see, I'll mark this one off because it's done. And I've got to do 3 more. People are waiting on, been waiting on for like 3 or 4 years. And it's not finished because the artist has been doing all these covers for everybody else and all this stuff. And he's an amazing artist. But he does not like to do the sequential part. And you can tell because he's done so few sequential pages. He does all these covers with all this super detailed stuff and like hardly any of the sequential pages because he doesn't like to. And that's why a lot of artists are. They can draw 1 page, but they can't tell a story or they just don't want to tell a story. I believe the artist I was working with on Lone Wolf 2 that I eventually just fired him. I mean, he's a really cool guy. When he did a story for Legends of Lone Wolf, he knocked it out and it was done like super quick because he really wanted to do it. And when we started talking about Lone Wolf 2, like he didn't want to do the sequentials anymore because it was a short story for Legends and he wrote it and everything. But when it come down to doing, sequentials for the second book, he just couldn't do it. But then expected me to pay him like, I think it was like $140 a page for the few pages he got done. I was like, why would I pay you for these? I'm not going to use them. You can't go to Marvel and DC and turn in like 3 pages and be like, hey, here's my 3 pages you owe me for. You do the whole thing or you don't. Like, okay, here Hiroshi Paradox hit it square on the head. I'm big about artists should be paid for the work. Everyone wants to take advantage of artists. But if you're an artist who wants to get paid, you have to take it seriously and do the work. Exactly. And if nobody knows who you are, you might have to take some low-paying gigs, or you might have to start off on the bottom. Or if you're just a real awesome guy, you might see somebody you like that's proved themselves, and you just want to team up with them. Sometimes teaming up on a project, is a cool thing to do. Let's see. Tonic Mo says it takes a specific person to do sequentials. I love sequentials and hate covers. That's funny. See, Tonic, you're weird. That's why I like you. Eric Hawkins says 20 years ago, Jim Lee told me stuff was really good, but it's all pinups. He told me to work on my sequentials, so I did. Hey, Lorenzo, I ain't had a falling out with nobody. I don't really care. If people's done a bunch of stupid crap and they don't want to be friends with me, that's fine. I could care less. So take that however you want. Skinny fights and argues with everybody, and that's Skinny's business. I just do my own thing, got my own space. Like I said, I'm not part of anybody's community. I'm a DIY. If anybody wants to be cool to me, that's fine. If they don't want to be cool, then they can go eat one. You can straight up tell them if they want to talk to me or hang out or trade comics or anything. I'm cool with that. So I'm not going to take somebody's crap and all this stuff. I don't go looking for a fight, but I'm not going to take anybody's crap. Now, if these people think that I have some kind of beef with them, I don't even know who they are. I don't know why people like that's also people saying you and Skinny. Skinny's my friend. Skinny's had my back from day one, but Skinny's his own person, and what Skinny does is Skinny's business, and what I do is my business. And if somebody doesn't like Skinny, I mean, that's no water off my back. I just don't really care. But if somebody comes to me and starts talking crap about Skinny, I'll just straight up tell them, hey, he's been good to me and he's my friend. And that's just how I roll. Bruce Paradox says, I want to do a comic in a storybook format. It's sequential, but every page or spread is a single panel. Dude, I kind of wanted to do something like that. I wanted to do a book that was all like splash pages. Maybe at most like have 3 panels, but it would be like, if you did 3 panels, it would be a small panel in the corner, a giant splash page, and then like a small panel down here. But I've wanted to do a book like that. Right in the middle of Lone Wolf 2, there's like a section with like 3 or 4 splash pages. Here's another standard. I believe I got to do one more. Or maybe I don't. Or maybe I need to get another one ready. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Yeah, I need to do another standard. I have to go get one, bag it up. I'm going to go do that right now. You guys hang on. I'll be right back. I can't believe I've already been doing this for 32 minutes. Oh! Mr. Poopy, you okay out there, buddy? You okay out there, Mr. Poopy? What are you doing? Huh? All right, I got one. Had to check on Mr. Poopy while I was up, too. He's outside. I still really, really tickled with the way these turned out. We got Dave. The cream of the crop. All right. So we'll have to put one of these in here. Everybody who backed gets one of these cool head sketches. Eric did a ton of these. Originally, they was just going to be for like early backers, but he did a whole bunch because he's awesome like that. Oh, I almost forgot to put stickers in here. So all the early backers, I'm going to put together like a little package full of stickers and extras and stuff for them. So I'm just that kind of guy. How about you? Might take some of these extra lone wolf things and throw it in there too. Boy, this plastic thing don't want to go in there. Rush Paradox says, "Oh yeah, snap it to a PsychoTron." Can only say PsychoTron in a Macho Man voice. See, I think that backing board right there might be just a little big. So I may not actually stick that one in there. Let's see. Hey, Eric Hawkins, do you ever get these from the printer? Ordered these along with the books, and they're not the same as the ones that I usually order. Either this run of them is just kind of bad. Like the perforations aren't very good. They're harder to fold, and they're all crooked. I just got a weird batch. I don't know. I've never had as much problem with them as I've had with these. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold this one over and use one of these PsychoTron stickers to hold it closed. Just because I want to. So if you get this one, you got a PsychoTron sticker holding your thing closed. Looky there. Yeah, they seem like a good deal. Order them straight from them. I don't know if they're the same. They seem kind of different. And they're not bad. It's just that I'm so used to the others that these feel off trying to get them together. Everybody got plans for Thanksgiving this year? I've got to work on Thanksgiving. I think the house manager's cooking a big supper or lunch. I don't know if they're doing supper or lunch. If they're doing lunch, I probably won't get none. I don't know what we're doing. My family-wise, it was going to have Thanksgiving on Saturday, but my uncle's in the hospital, so I'm not really sure what we're doing. Whatever we do, be fine though. I am fat, so I would like to eat like lots and lots. But as long as I get to hang out with my family, that's fine. Standard. Man, I've been at this for a while and I ain't got that many done. Rush Paradox says Thanksgiving bologna. Dave says I'm going to try making homemade pizza. That sounds good. I just hope they save me some food at work because everything will be closed. So let's look. I got all the standard books packed. I've got all the deluxe for the Kickstarter packed, one of the deluxe for the Indiegogo packed. So we'll go ahead and move on to the Firefox Pro books. Get them boxed up. And really, guys, he did such an awesome job on this cover if you didn't see it. It's so old school. It's like those old Fawcett comics, and it reminds me of like 1010 and Shazam, stuff like that. Really cool stuff. In the deluxe book, he did I wrote a backup story that he did the art for, and it turned out really good. Let's see. I got to do 3 of these. So the first batch of these will be shipping out. I don't know which service I'm going to use. I used to use, what was it? It was through the post office, but they kind of made me mad. They ripped me off and then wouldn't give me my money back and a bunch of crazy stuff. And some people were using like Pirate Ship, which I haven't tried. I've heard of, but I haven't tried. I might find out what I'm going to use. You got any recommendations there, Eric Hawkins? Like I said, look, this thing is crooked. It is so crooked, it's not even right. You guys that got the CDs, that's what'll, you'll be the last ones to get your books. And I apologize, but Eric says Pirate Ship sucks. Yeah, okay, I'll stay away from that. I can't remember what I was saying. I just don't like these. I don't recommend. I don't know. These just don't feel right. I'll put some extra tape down here on the bottom. Well, that was nice. Whoever gets this one, I apologize. This thing just is really weird. This one's folded extra weird. Maybe it's where I'm trying to fold them like the Geminis. Because these aren't Geminis. They're the same thing. I thought they was Geminis. And I ordered them through my printer. And they seem to be sturdy enough. But if anything happens, you send me a message and let me know, and I'll replace the book if I need to. Old goofy things. That's 1. Firefox Pro down. 2 to go. I think the next batch of stuff will be probably t-shirts. I don't have any orders of just the Brad book. What's funny is everybody ordered the Brad book, ordered something else, and then did it as an add-on because I had it. That's why I had it set up. I had it set up where these all separate. Then you can get one in add-on. Like all the Brad books are add-ons to something else, so there's no individual Brad books. That cover just turned out so good. I didn't even put a logo on it. Dadgummit. It just looks so good. Dave's whole life is sandwich related, by the way, guys. I'll do two more of these. I guess that's these two. Which I guess will be my last two for now. After I do these two. Now I'll go print labels. Get them ready to go. I swore this time I was going to set it up and it's going to be way easier, and I was only going to do easy perks and all this stuff. And I went completely insane and went overboard. When we relaunch, I think I am going to keep it way, way simpler. Of course, I say that now and then I won't. Like, I wasn't going to offer t-shirts, but man, t-shirts turned out so stinking good. It's almost a shame not to do them. I'll show you guys the t-shirts when I get ready to start packing them up. The way I'm going to do those, though, I don't think I charged any extra on shipping on that, and I probably should have. Instead of putting it, well, no, I'll probably do like a first class envelope. They don't charge you anything for the materials. Do the envelope and wrap the comic like this, and the t-shirts are bagged, so the t-shirts will go in there. That's the only thing. I probably will do t-shirts again, as long as I can use the same printer. They're not cheap, but they came individually bagged instead of in a big box and a mess. You have to dig through them, and they get axle fur all over them. And I feel bad when I send out shirts and they got axle hair all over them. One more, guys. Hershey Paradox says, I've been wanting to start designing t-shirts again lately, but I haven't been drawing well for a while. Dude, if you ever want to like team up on some stuff, holler at me. I'd like to do some fun like stuff with some of my characters. And I actually want to do an Axel, maybe some Axel stickers and an Axel shirt. I wouldn't care to do one that's called where it has Mr. Poopy on it. Wrap the t-shirt around the comic and just shove it in the mail. There we go. I'll just put a label, slap a label on the comic, and just pray it gets there. Well, I tried. I did the best I could. I hope you like it. I just tell you, if you want to do high quality, expensive, I mean, you won't make a whole lot of money, but like if you want to make a couple of dollars, but just have a really nice t-shirt, do the Sticker Mule shirts. Of course, you ain't buying them in bulk then. I just wanted to make them because of the design that Eric did, the Captain America tribute. So stinking good. I wanted to put it on a t-shirt. I can't remember if I bought one for myself or not. I may have. Yeah, I'll run another line of tape down through here. Ha ha! Let's see. Well, I could do 5 Iron Maidens. So I have a deluxe here, which will have to go with the pre-order ones that need lots of stuff. Design church with some cute ladies, not mainly PsychoTron dudes. Dave said, need one of those t-shirts. Guns, you see it, music. Yeah, dude, t-shirt cannon. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Only got one Iron Maiden packed up right now. So I guess we'll pack up some more Iron Maidens. Let's see. That means I'll have to do like the Kickstarter. This is what sold on Kickstarter was the Iron Maiden tribute. Of course, I only offered it on Kickstarter, but I mean, it was the big seller. It sold more than any others. One, two, three, 4. And I've already got one packaged up. But still, these things are completely rad. Oh, and if you got the CD is this art. Just, shrunk down the CD. It'll be the front and the back. Of course, the back will have the track listing. And the insides have the credits, which just say, I wrote, recorded all the stuff, and Eric did all the art and stuff like that. Oh, these things are super thick. It blows my mind how thick and heavy these books are. Only cool people get PsychoTron books. Oh, I guess I can go out as soon as the CD stuff gets approved. I'll go ahead and send out the digital stuff. So, because I know we had a few digital backers, so I want to make sure. I wanted to get all my stuff in a row before. What I'll probably do with the CD too is go ahead and post it up on Bandcamp, and then the backers, I'll send them a code. The people who back digitally, I'll send them a code, and they can download it in any format they want from Bandcamp. And then people who didn't back, if they want to buy the soundtrack or listen to it I think it lets you listen to it a few times for free before you have to buy it. If I never did another comic book, at least I had a hand in the coolest comic book ever. What does the PsychoTron t-shirt look like? I'll have to go and... Oh, no, I won't have to go and get one. I'll show you right here. It's a Captain America tribute. I know it's really shiny right there. It's this over here with the flag and stuff. Except up here, it says it has a PsychoTron logo. I kind of want to do something with the Gadsden flag and have have some of those made up. It looks really stinking good on a shirt, let me tell you. Oh, if anybody's watching, oops, putting this thing backwards. If anybody's watching and you haven't filled out your survey for Kickstarter, go fill it out. Had several that weren't filled out. And after so long, it won't let, after the campaign's over, if you're late, it won't let me go back and do nothing about it. So be sure to get your PsychoTron books while you can. There we go. There's a couple of indie people who have T-shirts that drive me nuts because it's out of. See, that's another thing that comes from doing rock and roll band stuff. We used to design our own T-shirts, and I was in a band called Curly Purtis. It was a country band. We were country, and then we were like alt. We became alt bluegrass, I guess is what you'd call it. We had a cool shirt and had some dice rolling on it and stuff. And I liked that one Lone Wolf shirt. Of course, I wore mine so much it fell apart. Jeff painted a thing just for the T-shirt. Nah, Eric, you got yours. Because I know what you got. You actually got, you're going to get one of them there with the fly fox on it. One thing I need to do is a different way. Because there's a few people that I want to send extra stuff to. And what I do is I get on there and look. Okay, I've got so many of these to pack up. I just look at the numbers of things I need to pack up. So I actually wanted to send a couple people some extra stuff for being extra cool. Sorry if you don't get extra stuff and it hurts your feelings. In my heart, I meant to send some of you extra stuff. I guess I have to go get some more of them stupid things. I'm going to have a whole stack of books to send off. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. I guess I need 5. Oh, Lordy Lou. Me will get the 5 things. And check on Mr. Poopy. Mr. Poopy! Mr. Poopy! What you doing? You want to come in with me? You want to come in? You want to stay out? You can stay out if you want to. I don't care. You stay outside. I think I'm about to order some more of these. That's what it's looking like. Let's see. Yeah, but see, I don't do it that way, Eric. I'm really stupid. I go by how many items. Like I go to standard, everybody who just ordered the standard book, and I write down how many I've got to pack, and I pack those up, and I keep doing that. So like, see, that's what I've done today. So everybody who's ordered multiple things, I have to start doing theirs by just their order. When I get down to people who's ordered, like there's one order where they ordered the standard book, they added on the deluxe book, they got a t-shirt and a CD, so I'll have to do their order. I have to print those out and do those, separately. All these, I just try to mass do them. But don't get mad if it takes a while. If you got the CD, I apologize. I was so picky on the CD. And I probably still hate it when I listen to it. But I was so picky on it that I finally sent the stuff in to have it done yesterday. And they'll be sending me the proofs any day now. But like even right before I sent it in, I still changed some of the mixes. I was like, I'm gonna alter this a little bit and do this because I make notes as I listen to it. I was listening to it. What do I do with the tape? Oh, there it is. I listened to it in the car making notes. And there was only one song. There was a few little things I didn't like. I just kind of left them alone. They're nothing terrible. Just things that I didn't feel like sitting and I felt like if I changed the mix enough there, I'd start having to change everything. But there was a few little things, like on one song, I just felt like the guitars just weren't loud enough. So I went back and cranked up the guitars, and then scared to death that they might be too loud, overpowering the vocal. I finally just had to give it up and say, this is it. This is as good as it's going to get, and just leave it there. I Am for Iron Maiden. Run to the hills. Run for your life. That wasn't the right note there. Boo, do, 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 do. We're talking about rules in indie comics. You'd be surprised how many people think you ought to do things a certain way and actually complain. What kills me is like they won't actually say anything to you either. They'll do a YouTube video on it and be like, oh, so you should do this and you should do this. Really gets on my nerves. There's a few, I'm going to call them YouTubers because they do more YouTube than they actually do in their comic book stuff. And they just really get on my nerves. And I know they don't like me because they've muted me, because anytime I comment on their stuff, they never reply. And so I figured out, they muted me because they don't like what I say. So if I figured out I muted, I just go ahead and unfollow. I actually started unfollowing lots of creators because that's what I don't like about community. If I don't kiss somebody's butt or somebody don't like me, then they'll stay my friend, but they don't pay any attention to anything I say. I'm muted or something like this, or they don't like the competition. And so I've shared many a creators' books out when they're trying to get money, whether I backed the book or even was interested in the book or not, just to have them ignore me. I'm like, So I stopped following a bunch of people. They haven't even noticed because I go look at their. If I see one of their posts, I'll click on it and look, and they still follow me. Like, I'm muted. I'm not trying to be like a big butthole or complain or anything. I just reached the point where all this stuff is trivial. Helping other people is trivial. Most of them won't help you. If somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, Doug, I want to know how to do this. Can you help me?" I'll pull them in the right direction, and I'll help them and stuff. But don't do it expecting any help in return, because you're not going to get it. You're not even going to get a signal boost most of the time. There's some really good people that will, but. And then also, a lot of stuff gets covered up online just by Twitter and Facebook wanting you to pay money to advertise. So they squash anything that looks like advertising. Me and Eric got squashed by that, trying to promote PsychoTron. It's like we never could get any traction. One time I started getting traction when I'd make these goofy posts with no links in them. I'd just say, "PsychoTron is the best book ever, and we're so good, and people would see those posts, and they'd be like, "You should post a link every time you say that." And it's like, I've been doing that forever, but you don't see them because the posts have been squashed. Just a pain in the butt. Do. And really, a lot of you guys, see what Hiroshi Paradox says. Most artists have to be really vague about their Patreons or Kickstarters, because Twitter suppress any post of those words. Yeah, they will. Like in links, if you post a link, they will annihilate it. It's like, nope, you can't see it. On Facebook, the best way to get around it is to make a post talking about it and then comment under that post. I've tried that. That's what I started doing on Twitter as well. They will annihilate you. How many of these have I done? But I'm going to try to get back to doing my vlog too. So I'm going to become a big time YouTuber. So then all you guys can just be my simps who just buy the comic books because you're my simps. You can go, "Doug, you're so great. I love the thing you do and the stuff you say. I wish I could say and do stuff too." That's a secret. You can. You can do any of the stuff I say or I do. I don't know how many times I have people come up to me and go, "Man, I wish I could play guitar as good as you." And I'm not that great at guitar. I'm really not. I know people that just absolutely blow me away, and I don't even like playing guitar when they're around. You know what? You can do stuff like that too. You just got to put the time in and sit down and do it. One of my favorite, I really like the Rollins band. I used to be a real big fan of Henry Rollins. I like his books and stuff. But one of my favorite Rollins band songs is "Do It." The whole song is just anything you want to do, you just do it. Yeah. You can be like if you want to join, you can be like a sergeant in the Doug Simp Army. Almost done packing up these books. Well, some of them. I still got a bunch to pack, but this round of books. But I don't end up killing this tape dispenser. Which, I mean, things a little stiff, but it's my fault because I left it laying out in the yard. Well, on the back porch, technically, for a long time because I was using it to tape targets. tape got crooked, son. I guess that'll protect it. Should just have one more Iron Maiden left. Yeah. Oh, these Gemini knockoffs are killing me too. I mean, they're good and solid. They're just not the same. That's all it is they're just a little bit different. But they work good enough. They do the job. And like I was saying, I apologize if you got the soundtrack. It will be here for long, and I'll ship it off. I'm just ultra peculiar about that stuff, and I've got an album I recorded. Shoot, it's been over 10 years ago. I can't remember exactly how long it was, but every so many years I go back and remix it. It's on my band. It's on one of my Bandcamp pages. I think I've got like three remixes on it, and I was going to remix it again. I think a year or two ago, and I was like, no, I got to quit. Especially when I listen back to it and end up liking the original mix the best. All right. I believe that'll be it for today. Got a whole stack here that I've got to go and print labels for. I got to do some investigating first and figure out what I want to use. I heard not to use pirate ship. Yeah, I mean, they're not bad, Eric, but they're just different enough that if you're so used to doing Geminis, which I say with as many books as you shipped, you are super used to the Geminis. They're just off enough just to be weird. Like, I don't know. They're not that bad, but I feel like the Geminis just go together easier. You mark this off my list. So on my list, I've got 2 deluxes. It's going to have all the grab bag stuff with it. I might have to put some more standard books in there too to do that. But I've been here for might have to order some more of them. Kind of hope I don't. I might have to recycle and use yours and tonic molds. I've stacked them up in that room in there. Yep, Santa Doug's checking his list. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, I want to go see that movie Violent Night. And by go see it, I mean I'll probably stream it here at home because it looks awesome. Oh, man. Well, I think that's it for me for now. I may or may not go and print labels for these right this minute. Probably take a break. It's been an hour and 15 minutes doing this stuff, which that ain't bad. I mean, but like I said, I'm super indie. I need to stop saying indie. DIY, do it yourself. It's just me by myself doing this. If you want to do it, you can. There ain't nothing stopping you. Don't listen to people's rules. Don't listen to anything. Here's my thing on lettering a book. You don't have to know how to do it. They're just the way you want it to look. All the rules were made by professionals, and because they have a standard. They have their standard. You don't have to go by that standard. If you want your book to be sideways, print it sideways. It doesn't matter. It's however you want it to look. It's whatever you want to create. Be creative and do your own thing. I just want to make stuff. I get tired of people telling me not to do this, so this is the way, and do this, and do this, and my printer said this, and Uncle Bob said that, and I just don't care. I just really don't care. DIY makes me think you're making bedazzled tote bags on Etsy. Oh, man. I really think that you need to start a YouTube channel. Whether you show your face or not, get you an avatar, do something. Because you are hilarious. And some of the stuff you put, like I was thinking on Twitter, some of the stuff you put is like a total and absolute mirror to my life. And it makes me laugh so hard. Because I can't remember what you put the other day, but it totally made me think that me and you, leaving dishes in the sink. Yes, you, Hiroshi Paradox. You crack me up. I think you're absolutely hilarious. And you talk about poop. That's probably what it is. It's probably just talking about poop. Poop cracks me up. Because apparently I'm a 12-year-old boy. Talk about leaving dishes. I still got dishes in the sink. It's been over for I don't know how long. They're all crusty and gross. I'll probably just throw them away. I don't cook here anymore. That's one thing I stopped doing. This house, no joke, is falling in. Where I'm sitting right now in the kitchen, me and Dad cut the rotten floor out, and it's just a piece of plywood right here. And up there next to the sink, that rotted out after we did that. And like you got to watch, if you don't step on the beam, you'll almost fall through the floor. Go back here, you go about halfway down this hallway, there's a spot where the floor is rotted. That whole bedroom down there is rotted. We tried to patch it, and it's so bad. Like half of it's patched, so the other half I don't even go on. The only thing holding anything up in there is the carpet. And we cut it down the middle when we were patching it and duct taped it back shut. That's Axel's room. He goes in there and lays where the floor's rotted out. He lays on the carpet. You can go in there and it's sunk down. I'm like, you're going to fall through there. Man, that stinks. This house is like that. And it's a trailer. I mean, it wasn't built to withstand anything. It's really cheap and pathetic what they sold my grandma and grandpa when they got it. I mean, it's pathetic. When Axel tore the wall out in there was a piece of paneling, like thin paneling. When he tore that off, there was seriously like a piece of insulation that was like this thick and the outside wall. Axel had tore through and was like had pushed the outside sheet metal to where there was a hole like this you could see outside. Me and Dad patched it. I had a random piece of thin, almost panel-like stuff that we was using when we was fixing the floors. We hammered that hole shut, put some insulation back in there. I had some extra insulation when we was fixing stuff. Put it in that wall and put that piece over it. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is like right back of here. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos where I shoot guns, like on my other channel, but I've got my target set up like right there. You can shoot them off the back porch. Well, what I'm going to do is probably go over there where the targets are and pull them up and probably build me like a tiny home like just a small 1-room cabin, and kind of like put me a little bathroom. Maybe put some walls up. I don't know, but make them more like dividers and leave them open. I'm not entirely sure, but it's just going to be one building. Maybe 1-2 rooms in it. Nothing super big because it's going to be me and Axel. I'd really like to go over there in the woods and build something, but I'd have to run electric all the way over there and septic. And what I'm going to do if I put the one right here is use the septic here and actually use this power pole and just run it over there. So that way I don't have to pay all this money to have that crap done. And have water around out there to just run what's already here. And then we tear this down. Like, no joke, my living room's got soft spots in it now. The only, there was a part, originally it's a single wide, but it's built on here. There was a sliding glass door. Well, they took the door out and left the frame and built a room over here. That room over there is built 50 million times better than this part. So that part would still be standing when this falls in. Yeah, I agree, dude. I've been watching people do tiny homes and then living off the grid, and there's just something to me so appealing. I wish I could live off grid, but still have the internet. I know it makes no sense, but it'd be so nice just to go out and just live and not have to worry about all this nonsense. I really would like to live off grid and just not have to have a job. Of course, they're still going to tax my land, so I have to find money. We kind of rent out the field here for them to cut hay off of, so I could always pay for that. But I'd really like to live back there, and I don't hunt, but I've considered doing that. I'd probably put a real toilet in it because I'd be able to run the septic that's already here. So I'd probably actually put a real toilet in it. Now, if I built down there in the woods, I probably would have to put a compost toilet in it. Man, I would love to. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever feel this way, but sometimes I just get these feelings. I just do not want to be a part of society anymore. I feel trapped. It's the same thing with this comic book thing. Same thing I'm preaching about now. I get tired of all these rules. People say, you can't do this, you can't do this, you blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Just leave me alone. I want to go back there and live in the woods where nobody can come and tell me what I can and can't do. Of course, somebody probably will because that's the way the government is. But I just want to be left alone. I don't want to have to go to work. I don't want to have to do all this nonsense. Oh, man. If spending your day off packing up comic books in the trailer that's falling apart isn't the most glamorous ad for indie comics, I don't know what is. Dude, you nailed it. Well, I made a post yesterday, doing my little rant about I don't care, about what people say and all stuff. Was talking about having creative freedom over making money. I didn't get into this because I thought I'd make a ton of money. But, oh, man, I'd like to make money. I'd actually like to make enough money. What bothers me is I'd like to make enough money so that Eric makes really good money off of it. To me, it's fulfilling a creative part in me to get it made. Like the thing with music, I've been recording my own music and stuff for years. I just feel there's something in me that I want to make something. I want to write a song. I want to make a story, anything like that. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I have some need to be some kind of storyteller or something. I don't know. Eric said, I've seen a lot of barns converted to homes, and they look cool. I almost thought about having one of those. Have you seen those metal, they call them pole barns? It's just a metal building. Thought about having one of those put up and like framing out the inside and putting spray insulation in it and just living in there. One thing I've thought about that I would kind of like to do is build like a pole barn right out here in the middle of the field and make part of it my house, and then have an area where I could keep dogs and either start like a rescue or maybe just a lot of people around here want a doggy daycare, and I would rather rescue dogs myself. But I'd like to do that. I'd like to just build me a big place and be able to have a dog rescue and keep dogs and have a big fencing area where they can run. That's what I'd really like to do. Yeah, I've looked into shipping container homes too. You kind of got to frame them out and stuff too. They're kind of a pain in the butt. I thought about just buying one of them little storage buildings and fixing it. They're kind of expensive now. Everything's expensive now. It's insane. Yeah, a dark, depressing hole that you live in. Like hadn't realized it, but a lot of in here is lit up with natural light. Oh, daggum. Not natural light, the beer. There's a big old giant wasp in here. It's too cold for you, wasp. He got in here where it's warm. You're supposed to be dead. I hit you. Die. Now he's on the windowsill. Just living in a tent. Have you seen them big canvas tents where you can put the camping stove in it? I think that'd be cool as long as the bugs wouldn't get in. That's what bothers me. I don't want bugs and snakes in my house. I feel like there'd be snakes all in my house. Sometimes I'm afraid there might be snakes in this house. When we opened up the floor in there, like when we were working on it, like there was some big wolf spiders in here. And I remember like one night me and Axel sitting in the living room and a giant wolf spider comes out. I said, Axel, get it. And Axel looks at it and turns around and runs off and left me in there with that wolf spider. If you were in a real trailer park, the place would be lit up with natural light beer. Everybody'd be lit up with natural light beer. Oh, man. That's funny. Old natty light. Didn't go in the garage for a month after my grandma saw a snake out there. My mom, if she ever saw a snake, like if there was a snake in her house, she'd probably move out and never come back. She hates snakes so bad. I don't like them, but in the last few years, I've come to appreciate different kinds of snakes. Like if I see a black snake, it usually means there's no copperheads around. And if I see a copperhead, I'm going to blast it into a million pieces. And I kind of don't blame you. I haven't seen a rattlesnake around here in a long time, but they are here. Like armadillos. There's armadillos here, which is weird because it gets really stinking cold, and I didn't know they live anywhere where it gets cold. Well, guys, I'm going to get off here. Go see if Mom's home. She went hiking today. Me and Mr. Poopy went and bought a bunch of tape. And I'll probably print labels. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Jake the Snake invented the DDT. I was watching something there. What was I watching? And they was doing this. It was a sign. And I laughed so hard. I was like, yeah, that's Diamond Dallas Page. But it was some goofy sci-fi movie. I don't know if it was something older, but these kids, they's going like this. I laugh so hard. I will take it easy. That's the only way I take anything. Seriously, I've cut off. I don't watch the news anymore. I stay out of politics. I don't believe voting actually does anything anymore. And if it does, I believe Republicans and Democrats are all playing a game. They're all buddy buddy. Like I didn't vote in this last election, and maybe I should have, but after the presidential election, I was completely, I just don't even believe in anything. So, but I try not to watch the news. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it. I worry about my day-to-day life and the things I can control and the things that matter, like family. And I've been way better off for it. I don't get as depressed. I hang out with my dog and try to keep up with my family. And we've had some ups and downs lately, but there's more ups than downs. But I'll be back tomorrow. And then Thursday, since I have to work, I may stream that morning, I may not. I may get back on those days doing the short little vlogs or something. After tomorrow, I probably won't get back to working on books until Sunday. I have to work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday's not so bad. I'll probably work on some more books Wednesday. Thursday I work at 16, Friday I work at 16. Saturday we're doing our Thanksgiving, so Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday next week it will be me going, working on these things, getting them out. So hang in there with me, help me out, and if any of you guys want to come on and chat tomorrow morning, let me know. Shoot me a message and I'll add you to the chat here, and we'll sit and talk while I pack up books. But I'm gonna get down here. Hope y'all have a good day, and I will talk at you later.